Hello and welcome to another financial analysis video. Today I'm talking about JPMorgan Chase, which released earnings today and they disappointed. They reported $1.32. They missed by 5 cents. It's the first time since the fourth quarter of 14 that they missed, and it's been hit. It really truly has been hit or miss with JPMorgan Chase. I mean, look at the number of misses they've had in the last 2 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6. So earnings consistency becoming a problem with JPM. Now, it's interesting because this stock was a stock a few years ago that I didn't like because it had a high price to book value ratio. It was higher than the I would say industry norm, if you will. It was up around 1.2 a couple of years ago, and I didn't like that. And it was trading higher because of some of the earnings power it had. Now it's down to 93 cents, 94 cents on the dollar. Well, 96 here, but it's going to drop tomorrow. Definitely seeing some resistance to the price of the stock after hours. But when I see 10 times, 11 times trailing earnings, 10 times forward earnings, that's pretty good value there in the stock. And so when I see a stock that's trading at these low levels, I tend to look at earnings growth and try to decide whether the company is growing earnings. Because if it is, really, the stock price is going to move pretty close to par with earnings. And as we could see, you've got a couple of issues here. You've got trailing 12-month earnings not moving by much. You've got trailing 12-month revenue declining. One maybe silver lining for investors here is 8.5% return on equity, because that implies to some extent that I don't know, investors getting an 8.5% return just because that's the return on equity doesn't necessarily make me the most comfortable. But let's take a look at the earnings yield. And again, the earnings yield really right in that area of about 8.5%, 9%. So, this is where you kind of got to decide. I think JPMorgan is a safe play to hold after tomorrow's sell-off. But it all depends on how much risk you want to take, because I kind of see these things similar to dividend plays in that you're going to get the return of the earnings on the stock most likely. And by the way, it has about a 3% dividend. However, that's not really guaranteed. So I'm going to keep my eye on JPMorgan. If it drops down into the mid-50s, it may grab my attention some more. If you want to see more charts, and cash flow is not available at this time, but check out the link right here at the bottom center of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy investing.